Right, for this repair, looks a bit of an odd shape, but I'm trying to make the best out of a square piece. I'm going to glue this over this split here. If you can see on camera or not, I've actually drawn around, so I know where I'm going to glue. So I'm going to apply a little bit of glue on the back of here. I'm going to put glue on the back of this part here, and then I'm going to push it together as best as I can. Got a block of wood underneath, so I can use that as a hard surface to push the leather together and try and keep it in one place. I may flip the leather over once I get this in place to push it all together, make the seam look the best on the actual visible side, because this is obviously the inside of the seat, and then we'll go from there. I've got the glue with a tiny little brush applicator. We'll see what happens. If need be, I will speed this up and time lapse it, because you don't need to sit and watch me glue, and you definitely don't need to sit and watch glue dry. It's going to run over it with some heat. I don't want to get it too hot, of course. I don't want the leather to change any shape, and obviously the heat will be blasted over all sorts of the leather here, so I've just got to be careful. You see on the camera I still got a crack. The plan is to fill that with some filler, and then the strength on the back, the material on the back, will give it the strength that it needs. So the first side is glued quite well in place. It feels like it's like a butyl rubber, so it feels quite flexible. Hasn't made the material go particularly hard. I'm hoping it won't stretch too much when it's on, but once I've run a stitch across the seams, hopefully it'll hold it all in place, and then you won't get the same stretch or tension position. Setting up the other side, because when I put the glue on this side I couldn't see where I'd just drawn my lines, so apologies for this bit covering, it's just kind of how it is, but you're not missing much anyway on there, because I'll likely just speed up and time lapse for you so you don't have to sit much paint dry. This is what we've ended up with. This is the inside of the bolster, this is the outside, this is where the seat adjust goes on. And as you can see, we've got a fairly decent strong repair. Once it's on and holding the bolster shape, then I'll look at filling this part of the leather from the inside. As I've stitched it, I've run a strengthening webbing across where the leather is split previously, and then we've got these patches over and the actual split itself. That'll form a backing, and also somewhere for the filler to sit against when we put that in. So my next big job is going to be getting this on the seat back and getting it back into shape. Once we've got the shape in it, then we can start looking at filling, scratching it all down, and recolouring. I haven't actually seen this side in shape. This side was obviously on, this side looked really good. It just wants a bit of a refresh. But this side I haven't actually seen on in shape. It's got some very questionable patches on it here. But we'll see if we can get that out there with the heat gun or some other method. We'll see at the time. Let's have a little bit of an update. I've had a good old wrestle with this arm, trying to get it on. As you can see, hopefully it is actually going on. It's going back into shape. Have applied some heat to it to try and stretch it out, and yeah, we are getting there. I'm just very wary that this area here where I've repaired isn't obviously as strong as the original leather, so I don't want to stretch that bit too much. I've used quite a bit of leather conditioner, try and get some moisture in, and then used heat to try and stretch it, and it is going slowly, but I don't know if my watch will tell you. Been on it quite a while, but we're confident. We'll keep going. See, I do this so you don't have to. Well, if you want to, you can see by the end, you can see whether it's achievable or not. But yeah, I'll trial it, and then you can copy me later and carry on. Back in for another update. So bad seat bolster. Through here a little bit. So we've got Christmas socks on. No, I haven't got Christmas socks, just got number 1 dad socks on. Bad seat bolster from where it was before. We've got good shape in it. Got very limited wrinkle in it. It's looking, actually put it on camera, it's looking pretty good. And then here's the crack. So I'm going to have a look into this and I'll figure out attending this crack, because I don't know what I'm doing and I've got to figure it out. Yeah. Right, on with the filler. So just have a quick look at the instructions, and it's saying to use sandpaper on it first. This seems very strange, sanding some leather seats. Here, this could go terribly wrong. And I'll put it on with a good old lollipop stick. And it says it could take 5 goes to fill a big crack. Assuming, as I don't know, but like with a lot of fillers, you put it on and it really shrinks back. So this is likely going to be the case. I'll tell you what though, probably going to lose the texture of the leather doing this. So I'll just fill that as well. Fucking light in here, it's terrible. I'm trying to make sure you guys have got light as well. Probably can't see me on camera, but filling a crack. Filling a crack. Where's a hairdryer over that? And then we'll come back. Right, as you can see, I've gone a little bit mad. All the crazed area here, I've gone over the thin layer of filler. On this crack here, I've done about 3 layers of filler. It's getting really late now, it's getting quite dark, so I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to come back and see what it's like after work tomorrow. It's about 24 hours, well, probably about 20 hours to cure now, we'll see.